But that's what we're doing here at the iBallin brand. And that's what we have going on right now. The team registration is open for everyone to come on board, and let's have some fun. Let's pit our teams against each other. Let's give us something to talk about over the next few months with our friends in the neighborhood. But that's not why we're here today. Why we're here today is because iBallin with Snow Part 2 is where passion meets purpose. And if we're lucky, if I'm lucky, and if you're lucky, we get to have someone in the studio as a guest. And today, boy, I'm super happy. Today, we have a friend of mine, longtime friend of mine. I found this gentleman as a client originally because he reached out to me for my old logistic work. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program, Crispin Coates.
Thanks, Snow. Good morning.
Oh, hang on. There we go. Yeah.
Hi, thanks, Snow. Good morning.
Hey, Crispin. Thanks for coming. Hey, guys, real quick. Crispin he's been very generous with his time. He's been very busy. A man traveling around this region here as of late, coming from Vietnam just recently.
Yeah.
And then also, it breaks my heart that he's making a move now. Crispin, tell my audience a little bit about yourself. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you do?
Yeah, hi, Crispin Coates. Yeah, I've been in Kuala Lumpur now for just shy of 9 years. Next week it'll be 9 years. I came here upon retirement with my wife, who works at a school in Kuala Lumpur. I've been working as a reservist military officer out here for best part of 9 years through the British High Commission, and basically I've had a great time travelling the region, meeting people like Snow, and just getting involved with Malaysia, which is a really fantastic country. I'll be sad to leave, and it's really with a sort of heavy heart, but looking forward to going to Bali, because next week my wife and I start a new life there. She's got a new job, and I'm going to try my hand at new activities there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Bali. Whoa, that's a beautiful move.
Yeah, it's the island that everyone wants to go to, apparently. So we'll let you know how it goes, Snow.
Yeah. Great. Hey, guys, he's making a fantastic move. I'm happy. While I am saddened to see him go, I am extremely excited that he's going to be staying in the area. So it's just a small plane right away.
Yeah, about 2.5 hours, I think. So quite local, actually. And I've already got some project work lined up here in September, October. So I'll be backwards and forwards because KL, Bali's quite straightforward.
Sure. Okay, yeah, so with that in mind, in terms of you got some work projected in, let's talk a little bit about that. Guys, I found Crispin when he was doing some support work for the British High Commission.
Yeah.
I think, don't correct me if I'm wrong, if you remember. I believe the year would have been 2018, 2019. It was probably 2019. 2019, I get a call from the British High Commission. Guys, my background is I'm a retired military diplomat. If you haven't seen, there's a fantastic interview done by, oh my gosh, she's wonderful. I got Eats KL. I'm gonna put that link in the description here. She's a fantastic podcast host. And as a reminder, I'm reminding myself when I get behind this microphone, I get extremely excited, nervous, giddy, and I talk fast. And my speech pathologist coach, Wendy Corner, she told me there's one technique I forgot to do. She said, Snow, she said, right in that chair where you're at, she said, Snow, I want you to stop and I want you to breathe. So You guys heard me say this before. This is my breathing exercise. I'm going to breathe, slow it down, tone it down. Yeah. This guy is a wonderful guy. He's very charismatic, and I get nervous around him. But I really should just take the time as a host and just calm my nerves and settle down. Our current announced team owner, Gifty Ani in London. I think she's in London. She's hails from Ghana. She is absolutely phenomenal with her speech cadence.
Yeah.
It is, from my Western ear, it is a little bit of a challenge, or should I say, kinda, no offense, Gifty, and don't change anything, painful to hear her speak because she speaks so slowly, but extremely deliberate, which is fantastic, which I'm going to try to introduce on this show as I continue on. Yeah. Anyway, Crispin, the background that we've had together is your time in the British High Commission. So explain a little bit about that work.
Yeah, sure. So I came here at the late 2016, and basically as a reservist officer, I was tasked with engaging with the Malaysian Armed Forces. Again, a great organization. real links to the rest of the world, the UK in particular. Our armed forces in Malaysia have a really good relationship, and one of my jobs was to basically make training activities happen, courses, visitors coming over, and we had the Royal College of Defence Studies, which is a really prestigious military establishment in London.
Great individuals.
Yeah. I mean, Winston Churchill was a student at one time. That's and we came over, well, we hosted a group from the Royal College of Defence Studies, British officers, officers from the Middle East. We had officers from Europe, a couple of officers from Africa as well. And we basically ran a 3-week program for them. And it involved basically seeing Malaysia, seeing the military at work, and just generally seeing the issues affecting the region. And it was my job to put it together. And you stepped forward and helped us with logistics now.
Yeah, so that's one. So that's one thing. In my former life, guys, I used to call myself a head of state logistician, doing logistics for heads of states and world leaders, doing official state visits. Again, I don't do a lot of boasting on this platform because I'm pivoted to this entrepreneurship journey, loving every minute of it. But back at one day, guys, if there was a president, a world leader, a dignitary, or some type of state visit coming to Malaysia, these guys at the embassies, they had me on speed dial because I would deliver some pretty kick-ass logistical services.
Yeah. I mean, snow got us boats through crocodile-infested rivers in Sabah to get us on time to meet another boat to take us to an airplane to fly back to Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah. So guys, so as I sit down when I meet up with the old buddies, the old guys back in those days, I have a fantastic time reliving those old war stories. They're fantastic. Yeah. But I've moved on. It is great. But we're not here about me. I'll get to me in a second at some point. We're here about Crispin. So, Crispin, let me just ask this thing. This other question here is: you have some operational backgrounds.
Yeah. Iraq, Afghanistan, a little bit in the Middle East as well, in Lebanon. So my military service was as a regular officer, nearly 17 years, and I spent a lot of time in Cyprus, which, as you know, is located in a very strategic location, east of Mediterranean.
Right.
Spent time in Chile working at their United Nations Peacekeeping Academy because I'm a Spanish speaker.
Oh, wow.
And a whole load of other places as well. So, I've had a great military career. I did some interesting operational tours, early days Iraq, mid-time in Afghanistan, and basically it was a roller coaster time to be in the British Army, and I was there and enjoyed the ride.
Wow, it's fantastic. You know what? To all the service members of all nations, Malaysian, American, British, all countries, if you're serving your country, giving back to your community, just applause for you guys. Rounds up, shout out to all you guys. You guys are the ones who are the true heroes, get it done. Crispin, I got a question here, but tell me a little bit about when were you in Afghanistan? What were you doing there?
I was there about 2012 time. In fact, I was there on two occasions.
Okay.
I was involved in some of the training within the Camp Bastion, which was in Helmand province. We were co-located with the US Marines. I can't remember which Marine formation it was, but effectively we were just running a lot of training activity for guys to do with counterinsurgency theory. We also ran some promotion activity for the British officers. We were also running some English language for Afghan officers as well. So quite a busy time. Hopefully we were trying to put in roots for a long-term solution for Afghanistan. As we know, it didn't quite work out that way.
Yeah, but there was always, we all put forward our best effort.
Yeah, it wasn't for want of effort. That's the point. Yeah. We tried our best.
Hey, Crispin, I got a question for you. This is maybe a little bit off topic, but my team has dug up something that I thought might be pretty interesting. And after I ask you this particular question, then I want to do something where I watch a lot of that podcast host on the internet, Hot Ones, with Sean Evans, the hot wings eating. This podcast host does these interviews with VIP guests over hot wings, and they get spicier and spicier as it goes. He's a fantastic host, but he does this thing. He says to explain that gram, where he pulls up these celebrities' Instagram pictures and asks them just to explain a little deeper dive to the background of what that means.
Yeah.
I don't have you for a long time, so I'm going to cut the photos down just to one, so we can get on with some of the things. Guys, Crispin has some interviews he's going to do with some high commissions before he heads out tomorrow. I didn't realize that, but I'm so grateful that he spent time with us today.
Sure.
So this question I have for you, Crispin, is And again, bear with me. This is my team pulling this up. So if we don't want to touch it, just say snow pivot.
Yeah,
Move
sure.
on. Some notable humorous anecdotes that you have is I've heard that you're famous for demoting the British Army's regimental goat for disobeying direct orders, as noted in media reports featuring this quote. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, well, that again goes back to my time in Cyprus, Snow, and it's an interesting one because I think it was probably the biggest story we had in Cyprus. I was the British military's press officer for the sovereign base areas in Cyprus, 2 British territories, military bases in Cyprus. And we'd had some interesting stuff over the years. This was in my last few weeks. And we'd had the evacuation of Lebanon. We'd had fires. We'd had murders, all this stuff.
Wow.
But the biggest media story was Billy Windsor, the goat, misbehaving on a parade. I think it was the Queen's birthday party. He came along in his regimental finery and he basically kicked off. Butted a couple of soldiers. I think he ate some of the wrong foods.
Yeah.
The battalion, the Royal Welsh, which is a really ancient British infantry line regiment, unhappy at Billy's behaviour, basically demoted him back down to Fusilier.
Oh, wow.
So this poor goat, who had been a lance corporal for the dizzy period of a few months, was demoted back down to private. All an internal affair, we thought, until the media got hold of it. I think it ran to 180 newspapers, this story.
Wow.
This great picture of a goat, basically, in his regimental finery, and the media went crazy for it. I think we had newspapers from Argentina ringing us up about him at one point. So, it just goes to show the biggest story is often the least expected one.
Wow, that's interesting. That's it. That's funny. I didn't know about that. I didn't hear about that. Again, this came across.
No, it's a good story. It's one I'm happy to talk about.
Yeah, it's one that's probably never going to die either.
Yeah.
Especially guys, if we can keep this story going out there. If anyone knows the background or some other information on this story, put it in the chat. Put it in the notes. Let's do. Before I get to this question on Afghanistan pivoting and transition, let's get to the deeper dive of explaining that explaining this picture here. I'm gonna put up a photo here, and you just explain to us the background behind that. You recognize this photo?
I do indeed. That's from my time during the COVID epidemic. Actually, we were running basically courses online. So whereas traditionally a British military course would be run in a classroom or a training centre back in the UK, we were using Microsoft or whatever other teams you want to use, software like Zoom.
Sure.
And we ran an international human security course. And a lot of people go, what is human security? It's effectively a way of military planning to put civilians and the protection of civilians at the heart of your operational ethos.
Right.
Again, experience from Iraq, Afghanistan, we didn't always get that right. So the British military have got this human security approach. And we've exported it. And it's been a great product here in Southeast Asia. And the picture you see there is of one of our Malaysian students dialing in from Kuala Lumpur. I was dialing in from my place in Kuala Lumpur because of COVID restrictions. And we were running a course in the UK, but with students around the world. The students in the UK were at home. I had Malaysians. I also had Irish students. I think I had a couple of Nigerians as well on the course.
Yeah.
And we were basically teaching them how to plan and prepare and basically be the spokesman for human security in military headquarters. And again, it's a great course. We've had about 300 students come through now, and something I've done also in Indonesia, and also last week in Vietnam. I just came back from a training course there as well, doing the same product.
Oh, that's what you're doing in Vietnam.
Yeah. So I did 2 weeks with the Vietnamese People's Army. They're preparing to deploy troops to South Sudan in September, and we ran a sort of 2 4-day packages for them, pretty much delivering human security within the women, peace and security agenda of the United Nations. Again, being a United Nations mission, they've got to meet all these training requirements. And as a regional subject matter expert, I was invited over by the Vietnamese People's Army to do a couple of courses. Great time. About 100 students completed. And again, those who've been to Vietnam will know, really interesting country, great food, very, very interesting history.
Now, Crispin, I've known you when we first got started working together as Major Crispin Coates. But I'm hearing a rumor that there might have been a promotion since then. Yeah.
Last few weeks, I'm pleased to say I've been announced that I will promote at the end of the year, just before Christmas with luck. So I'll become a lieutenant colonel within the British Army Reserve, that is, and I'm hoping to carry on doing the duties out here. Again, similar to what I'm doing already, but also focusing on CIMIC, civil military cooperation tasks. Again, trying to extend some expertise and learn from what happens out in this part of the world.
Yeah, so you've have some extensive experience in combat scenarios in different areas and regions across the globe. Let me ask you this question: how, because you are a phenomenal, from what I'm understanding and seeing it, and have experienced, you're a great coach, a great instructor. So, how does your intense frontline experience in Afghanistan transition into shaping training programs across diverse UK regions? Before you answer that, I want you to answer it as if some young British officers coming up and is interested to pursue this particular career path that you're on right now.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to the sort of person that you are. And I'm a people person. I'm absolutely fascinated as to what makes people tick. It doesn't matter if you're in Afghanistan or you're involved in evacuating civilians from Lebanon or even just dealing with the aftermath of a major fire. It's all about how people respond in these situations. And the only way you really get success in these situations is if people dig down and bring out the best of themselves and those around them. Yeah, you can shout and scream on occasions, but really the way you deliver success is by getting people wanting to contribute to that success. And they'll only want to do it if they really feel empowered and they feel listened to and they feel that you understand them. And to me, that's very much my ethos. It doesn't matter what rank you are, where you come from, what your background is, you as a person are unique. And I've always thought that it doesn't matter what the education is, what their experience in life is, everyone needs to be treated differently. And sometimes we lose sight of that, I think.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, absolutely beautiful. Guys, I have a myriad of questions I want to get to with the Colonel. I say the Colonel now, but with Crispin.
Please call me Crispin.
Yeah. But and you guys know this is Friday, so it wouldn't be right that I don't get in this question asking Crispin what was his "but I did" moment. And I can't remember if we did this the last time you were on the show, but I think we didn't do it. But for those of you out there, most of you know what it is. But those of you who don't, tuning in for the first time, a "but I did" moment is that moment in time when you told yourself you would never do something, you would never try something, either because you're shy, you're timid, you didn't have the resources. Let's say, you said you'll never skydive because it makes no sense of jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. People have told me they would never scuba dive or go swimming in the ocean because of the sharks. But then somehow, some way, they got to trying that thing that they said that they would never do, and they love it, and they found it becomes part of them. Point in case, me hosting a podcast, 100%. I said I'll never do it. And here I am running the podcast studio with people like this gentleman here, hosting here, and that's it. But a "but I did" moment is inspired by this poem with the same title, "But I Did," and it goes like this: "But I did. I know I said that I never would, but then I thought that I never could. But I did." By Ray N., published in 1979. And now the significance behind that is that poem is what I decided to feature as the lead into the first book that I published. And you guys know this, Leaders with the Heart, Volume 2. But I did, title, iBallin with Snows Down Here. That's my chapter. And so I asked my guest if they would just simply read that poem, But I Did, down to Ray N., published in 1979, and then share one of their stories of "But I Did" moment. And I should also tell that most of these guys know that the poet in this that wrote this, Ray N., is a poet and an artist, and she's my mother. And 2 years ago, well, I guess almost 2 years ago, she went through a battle of cancer. And so I was trying to figure out what can I do? How can I give back to her? So I decided to put her poem into my chapter of a multi-authored book. We launched this. We launched this book. This book was launched on January 31st last year. It went on to be an international bestseller in 7 countries. And so on the show, I'm asking, not just here on the show, out in the streets just as well. I'm asking people if they would share their But I Did moments, and then read the poem and then share. My mother hears them, she loves them, and it can be more. So would you mind?
I'd love
mind
to.
doing that?
I'd love to, Snow.
Okay, so let's get you queued up here. Yeah.
Great. And it's not just because of the English accent, surely. But I did. I know I said that I never would, but then I thought that I never could. But I did.
By Ray In.
By Ray In, published in 1979.
Outstanding.
Thanks, Snow.
Yeah, if you don't mind, share with us one of your stories.
It's a good question. I think for me, it was when I was about 27 years old. I'd not joined the army at this point.
Right.
I was in the middle of a PhD. I was at university and going nowhere. The funding had run out. You know, this sort of struggles of being a graduate student are. And I thought to myself, I need new direction in life. And people said to me, "Oh, you're too old for the army. Mm-hmm. You can't do that. Oh, you're not fit enough." And they'll shout at you. But I went and joined the army anyway. And here I am, 25 years on, having a great life still wearing uniform, still serving my country, and enjoying every minute of it still.
Nice, excellent. Thank you. Hey, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Crispin, I'm going to have to talk with my team because there's a lot of questions here.
Yeah.
A lot of it is on your background in the military and your military service, but
Yeah.
I really want to kind of pivot. We've been on this for about 15 minutes now. I want to pivot to just some more regular conversations with us. I think our audience would like to see more the natural conversations of what's going on with us. So you lived here for 9 years. What's one of the you traveled the world prior to coming here?
Yeah.
So what is the one thing that you're going to miss mainly out of Malaysia?
I think it's the warmth of the people.
Yeah.
They genuinely enjoy meeting and talking with visitors. And I don't just mean tourists. They are interested as to your story. They're interested in our lives. They're interested in our hopes and dreams. I find that when you get talking to Malaysians, you can have very deep conversations. Sometimes it can be hard to break the ice, and we're all a bit like that as we get older.
Sure.
But I find in Malaysia, it's the people, absolutely the people.
I couldn't agree with you more. And I'm taking a lot of my podcasting experience from other guys who are doing it, guys and girls who are doing it. And when I was on that show with Aga Eats KL, it's up to over 110,000 views right now.
Wow.
But more importantly, I told you guys before, Aga Eats KL's her community, I assume is the majority are Malaysians, but she has people from all over the world as fans. But the community is so warm, so inviting, and ask genuine questions directly at me directly. So guys, I've answered most of them. If I've missed any, I keep trying to get to them. But if you haven't seen the program yet, I encourage you to go out to Aga Eats KL. I'm going to put it here. I'll put the link down there somewhere for you to take a look for yourself. But you're absolutely correct. The people here in Malaysia are absolutely warm-hearted, great intentions individuals.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're going to miss the people here. What's your take? What's your culinary take? Are you a spicy guy? I think Brits
love curry. We love spicy food, and Malaysia delivers it in spades. I am going to miss the food. That's the second thing after the people is definitely the food.
Oh man! So I lived in the UK for 5 years, guys, and I got to tell you, I don't want to bash British cuisine too much. I think they made a leaps and bounds. I was there in 2000, 2005. And at that time, there was no British culinary scene.
Yeah,
it's changed and evolved over the years with these cooks and these chefs, celebrity chefs, doing some different things, going out to different places like Malaysia, getting some different techniques and bring it back. But my experience with British food was pub food, which is great and hearty.
Yeah,
but it serves a purpose in terms of flavor. It's not that. So
I would agree with that, Snow.
So you can do spices.
Yeah.
Heavy spice, strong spice, heat
Yeah,
wise.
we like heat. We like color. I like fire. Not crazy fire, but I like fire. I think Thailand takes it a step further. Malaysia's spicy, and it's great for me. Any more than that, I'm probably at the right limit.
Hey guys, I found the tagline for this podcast. Crispin Coates, I like fire. So you're in the right place here.
Thanks, Snow. Yeah.
So, okay, so we know that you like the people in Malaysia. You've been here for 9 years, and so Malaysia works for you. I think that any foodie, then they have a home here in Malaysia. And so, what's the word I'm looking for? Converse that or contrary that to going to Bali. What do you have? What's your expectations for Bali, and what are you looking for?
My wife's got a great job there. She's going to assistant head post within the Bali Green School, which is quite a famous establishment within Bali.
Wow, okay.
So she's going to be hands-on, full at work as of next week. I'm just looking forward to getting on my folding bike and cycling around.
I saw that bike, yes.
Varungs, I think they call them in Indonesia. Little food stalls serving up rice, vegetables, maybe some chicken and fish. I just want to explore and check the food out. I know it's going to be different from Malaysia. I have visited Bali on holiday, but I've never really got my head around what Balinese food's about. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what the Balinese eat. Not what the guys from Australia are eating or the visitors from the US or UK. I want to see what Balinese eat because at the moment it's still a mystery to me.
Yeah, well, you're doing it the right way because there's no better way of seeing and indulging in their culture than moving and living there as a longtime resident. When you travel as a tourist, you see the greatest things of it in small slices. But if you're not there for an extended period of time, that sticker surprise could wear off, and you don't know what you get. But I heard something which you just mentioned that you say that what's your wife's name again?
Amanda, yeah.
So Amanda is going to be assistant what?
Head teacher, head of pastoral support at Bali Green School, which is very much about student welfare, well-being, also some of the issues of policy like safeguarding. So she's taking up that role. Quite a prestigious school, very well known in Bali itself, and run on strict environmental grounds. So again, quite a different change of pace from Malaysia, which is moving in the right direction environmentally, but probably could learn a thing or two from Bali, I think.
Wow, so it sounds like we need to give a round of applause to your wife just as well for her.
For Amanda, yeah, please
Amanda,
do.
her position, yes. Congratulations, Amanda. We're looking forward to hearing more about those. Looking forward to hearing more about the success of that new position. And in Bali, is there any? Is there some diplomatic positions?
Yeah.
There's a timeline on how long they're in the position for before they move on. Is this the case with
this
with
one?
Amanda?
I'll still be held on a UK unit, but I'll be working out of the British Embassy in Jakarta as my sort of lead sponsor. So although Jakarta's on a different island from Bali, they actually use Bali for a lot of their training activities, their conferences, because it's got such great facilities. And again, Bali being, I think, 17,000 islands, any sort of collective training or sort of course involves bringing people in from across the country. So they use Bali as very much their sort of center point to bring people in.
Sure.
So very helpfully for me, I'll be an hour or so from where they do a lot of their training, conference activity, sponsored by the British military, and I'll be an hour up the road from them. So it works really well.
Little known secret, Crispin, is that, I've, since COVID happened, 2020 COVID happened, 2021, my son got sick, lost his kidneys. I was focusing on that for 10 months. 2022, my mom announced cancer. And then I did a kind of a shift, and I pivoted to entrepreneurial, these types of things. But we're bringing our businesses back online. We have our travel agency. I'm sorry, guys. We're coming to you live from the Ops, the Oracle Podcast Studio. And here at the Ops, we just signed a contract with for medical tourism.
Okay.
So I'm going to pivot deep into medical tourism around here in Malaysia. We do some regional stuff just as well. But I'm going back into the logistics business. And little known fact, we can support everything I can do here in Malaysia. We can do it Indonesia just as well.
Oh,
Bali.
wow.
I'm politicking guys for position back in like the old days with Crispin down in Bali. Should he need the support?
Yeah, I know that Snow will be waiting any moment. Yeah, we're on each other's speed dials, so it's not a problem, Snow.
Yes. Crispin, listen, we have some technical difficulties here earlier, guys, in the studio. As you can see, my lighting is not quite right on me, but I gave this guy here the seat of honor because he looks great on camera.
Oh, thank you, Snow.
So I know you have another meeting to get to. I'll wrap this one up I've wrapped one up very, very, very quickly, simply by saying, Crispin, it's been an honor to be working with you, to know you as a friend, and to watch your career and your wife's career kind of bloom and grow.
Yeah.
On to I would say different things. I won't say better things because it's hard to get better than Malaysia.
I would agree.
But I'm not saying that Bali can't be that. It's a good challenge for both of you going there to do that. I'll leave you with the last word. If you can look into the camera, well, I'll leave you with the last word. And then after the last word, just look into the camera and let my guys know where they can, if they wanted to stay in touch with you, follow you, see what you got going on, how can they do so?
Yeah, thanks, Snow. It's been a great 9 years here, and I've loved every minute of it. And Snow is just part of the sort of rich tapestry of life in Kuala Lumpur. He's really added value at a number of my turns in life, and it's quite appropriate to say goodbye to him and say goodbye to people like yourselves. And the best way to probably find me at the moment is on LinkedIn, Crispin Coates, Crispin Coates. And again, I'll also put contact details in with Snow as well. So feel free to drop me a line. Again, I've got various projects going on around the world, and Snow can always update you. And maybe I'll come back again in the autumn, Snow, and catch up and let you know how Bali's been.
And likewise, I now have an excuse to go to Bali. No offense, Bali, but I've been there a couple of times. I'm not a typical tourist, but I do love going to visit friends.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about. So, Crispin, thanks, my man. Thanks for coming to the program. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Snow. Thank you very much, and carry on supporting us all. Yeah.
Okay, and we'll cut that. Now there's some B-roll stuff happening. The camera's still rolling. Yeah, man, that was great.
I hope it worked for you. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Now we're done. Yeah, we're done. Let me wrap this up.
Yeah, you kept it quite spontaneous there. I wasn't expecting, but I did. Which is good.
Oh man, so that is, people are saying, and I'm feeling a certain way about this. People are loving that segment of the show.
Yeah.
Because it is spontaneous. It is spontaneous,
Yeah.
and the poem is extremely, extremely meaningful and deep.
Yeah.
And